Hello, myself BSR, botany lecturer. Today we are going to discuss about stem modifications. So the modifications in the stem is called stem modifications. So just we should know before the stem modification, when the stem is present completely below the soil, that stem is called underground stem. When part of the stem is aerial and part of the stem is underground, that is called subaerial. When the stem is completely aerial, that stem is called aerial. So when the stem is present completely above the soil, that is called aerial. When part of the stem is aerial, part of the stem is underground, called subaerial. When the entire stem present below the soil, called underground. So the modifications in the underground stem is underground stem modifications, like subaerial stem modifications, as well as aerial stem modifications are there. Anyway, the first of all, we are discussing about underground stem modifications. Here, the underground stem modifications, first one, we are discussing about rhizome. Rhizome example, ginger and turmeric, curcuma, turmeric and ginger. Ginger scientific name, Gingiber officinalis. Gingiber officinalis. Turmeric scientific name, Curcuma longa. It is the turmeric. Here, specialty, the underground stem, there the stem clearly growing horizontally below the soil. Here the stem growing horizontally below the soil. And mainly the axillary bud forms branches, not only forming the branches, which also maintains the horizontal growth of the stem below the soil. Here it is present below the soil, and mainly the stem is differentiated into nodes and internodes. You know, when the nodes and internodes are there, that clearly called as stem. And at every node, you observe the scale leaves also. At every node, the scale leaves are also present. So this is the character of rhizome. Later on, when you go to comb, just a difference in the comb. Here the stem is growing horizontally below the soil. Here the stem growing vertically below the soil. That is a slight difference. Here also the stem is differentiated into nodes and internodes. Axillary buds are there. The axillary bud is forming daughter comb. The axillary bud is forming daughter comb. When the axillary bud, it means the daughter comb detaches from the mother plant, which can survive as an independent plant. So the comb helpful for vegetative propagation. Even rhizome also helpful for vegetative propagation when the branch cut off from the mother plant, which can survive as an independent plant. So rhizome helpful for vegetative propagation, comb also helpful for vegetative propagation. Here the difference is here the stem growing horizontally below the soil, here the stem growing vertically below the soil. And this is the apical bud. The apical bud forms aerial shoot. Comb examples here colocasia and another example Jaminkan. Jaminkan is Amorphophallus. So rhizome, comb is over. Then we are going to stem tuber. Stem tuber example potato, Solanum tuberosum. Solanum tuberosum. Especially in this plant, this is the main plant and roots are present. This is the main plant, roots are there, stem is also there, the branches are also there. Some of the branches are growing towards the soil. When the tip of the branch, when the tip of the branch entered into the soil, then the tip becomes tuberous. Because of the tip here, the stores food materials. When the tip stores food materials, that becomes tuberous, called stem tuber. In this potato, when you observe, outer a brown color layer is present. That brown color layer is called periderm. Brown color layer is present. That is called periderm. On periderm, you observe here some eye-like structures. These eye-like structures represents nodes. In the nodes, you observe their axillary buds are also present, which also helpful for vegetative propagation. Rhizome helps vegetative propagation, and corm also helpful for vegetative propagation. Stem tuber also helping in vegetative propagation. And the last one is a bulb. Here, bulb example, onion, allium cepa, onion, allium cepa. And another example, garlic. In onion, the stem is reduced into completely disc-like structure. Below the disc-like structure, some special adventitious roots are there. So these are the adventitious roots. Above the disc-like stem, there is a clear, you observe, the leaf bases are arranged compactly, like N circles, like a circles. The leaf bases are arranged like circles. Especially the leaf bases stores food materials. Leaf bases stores food materials. You observe another diagram, look at the same. Here the apical bud at the center, apical bud. The apical bud is forming the aerial shoot. The axillary bud forms a daughter bulb. So daughter bulbs can detach from the mother plant and helpful for vegetative propagation. Example, onion. Especially this onion called as tunicated bulb because entire bulb covered by tunica. The tunica is a dry membranous layer, very dry layer, the dry membranous layer, entire bulb covered by tunica, hence that bulb is called as a tunicated bulb. Whereas another example, garlic, allium sativum. In garlic, yes, the stem is reduced into disc-like structure. Below the disc-like structure, special adventitious roots are present. Above the disc-like structure, above the disc-like stem, there scale leaves are present. Each scale leaf is fleshy. Each scale leaf is fleshy. That fleshy scale leaf is called cloves. Each one is called clove, constitute called cloves. Each clove surrounded by white color dry layer that is called tunica. Here entire bulb covered by tunica, here each clove surrounded by tunica. That is the main difference between onion and garlic. Among these underground stem modifications, when you take the unique underground stem modification is bulb because here the stem storing food materials, here also stem storing food materials, here also storing food materials. Here either scale leaves or leaf bases storing the food materials. And all underground stem modifications are storing generally food materials and also helpful for vegetative propagation. And all underground stem modifications generally protecting from herbivorous animals. Hence, these underground stem modifications are called multi-purpose stem modifications. Multi-purpose stem modifications. So these are underground stem modifications. Thank you. Thank you to all.